Alright guys, Saturday morning. So this was one of my problems out here. So this is the ECM wire right here that grounds the truck. And this bolt right here had to be replaced. Basically when a mechanic, when he shook it, he could like take this whole part damn near almost out the frame. It wasn't nothing but a washer holding it on the side. So it wasn't grounded to the truck basically. So what he did was he took a some type of tool to you see kind of make that metal there, and he put a new bolt in, and he put all the wires back up because as you can see it's been burning. That's because it's been back here arcing and stuff. So once he put the new bolt on, it regrounded the truck. And I saw Ice Water was saying uh, he put tears on the inside, and that keeps it from being exposed to the weathering elements and stuff. And that makes sense too because you got this panel to protect it. I never thought of that though. But that was one of the problems, and another problem I had also. If we go to the starter side of the truck, man, the sun is bright today. On the starter side of the truck, I told you that wire was cut. I believe it was this wire right here. Nope, it was this one right here. Wait a minute, let me get it now. So this wire right here, it's the power wire. It was cut, and basically this whole problem I'm dealing with, it obviously it's got something to do with yeah, I know I didn't have a mechanic install my starter. I had my girlfriend and dad do it. So I mean he did a good job for the most part. It's just the bolts. What happened was when we did it, we didn't have power tools. We just had hand tools, so everything was it was tightened up to to our hands, but it wasn't tightened like if you was to do it with a some type of power tool. So it was real easy through all the vibrations for the bolts to come loose, and that was the reason for all the arcing, which melted the wires and ultimately caused the truck to not start. So um, that's all it is, man. Just didn't have a professional install the start. I mean, he did a good job. We didn't have to take it apart, and then it's just the wires came loose. And I mean, with the tools he did a good job because we didn't have power tools, so we could only tighten it tight hand anyway. So, that's all it was, man. And we retightened all the wires, pretty much all the bolts. So ever since the mechanic, came over here and fixed it, this is my first time turning off the truck when I got to the yard. So I'm finna to fire it up and see if it still starts the same. Is there a difference now? And I'm also cleaning the truck up too. I know y'all been complaining, but Andrew been working and stuff, so got about 12.6 volts, I'ma say. Truck fire right up. No problem whatsoever. Truck fire right up, man. No problems. No problems whatsoever. Shit, like I said, it ain't never fired up that fast. As far as the starter button, well, we know this ain't the problem. As y'all know, I bought a new starter button to replace that. But as you can see, try one more time. So So it fires up like a champ. So obviously, you know, that mobile mechanic, he did a damn good job, man. Like I said, I ain't ever since I hit the truck, it ain't never fired on that fast. But he also told me what my AC problem was also. So remember I was telling y'all that it only blows out to like right in here, but I need to blow out like all the way back here. Well, what he was telling me is my coils, give me a second. He was saying that I'm gonna have to go to a whoever can do it, but all this right here, my evaporator coils, is gonna have to be cleaned with an air pump. You know, somebody gonna have to push product through there with an air pump to clean all the inside of that out because it's all clogged up. So once it's clean, then the airflow is gonna be blowing out real hard, okay? Because we already replaced the fan. I know y'all asked me why the wires and stuff is like this. Remember I was doing my AC working, I just didn't put the panel back on. Matter of fact, the panel was at the house. I just need new screws, that's all. So that's why it's all like this. And plus, of course, that's my E-Law device. So, you know, anytime you want to have some fun, I'll just play. You know, we just hit this little switch right here, and they can't find me no more now. Dispatch gonna be like, that's why we couldn't find. Nah, stop it. But yeah, man, we replaced the fan, the AC resistor. And yeah, I know my San Antonio mechanic put a new pipe in right here. I had a leak right here, Freon leak. He replaced that. I might have another one on this side too. Or maybe not. That just look like it's still holding. But like I said, the AC work in the back and the sleeper real good. It blows. It need a new, I need a resistor back here for the sleeper though. But other than that, that's what he said my main problem is. Just need to clean out them coils. And yeah, that's it right there, man. That's it. Man, truck fire on good. It's been rebuilt. You know, only issue I can think of now is the AC. And yeah, I think that I was telling you I had a little oil leak. I think it's this bolt. There it is right there. Okay, let me get on up in now. I don't got the right camera, but you see that bolt right there? What am I looking at? Wait a minute, hold on. Let's see if I can get y'all some more. Not saying that this is the problem, but y'all can't get a good view on it. Yeah, I can't get a good view on it. But it's a bolt right in there. Not the tall bolt up here, but the one right there. Right there. Either it's leaking from now or it's coming from above, but as you can see up here, see it's all clean and shit. So it's not coming from the heads, it's not up here at all. The problem is behind the turbo, directly behind this turbo. But it's so small though, it's such a small issue. You know, it's not just check my oil, it's not affecting the oil whatsoever. So it's just a repair. That's the last repair to do, and it's probably ain't nothing but a gasket. But somebody had asked me what all repairs I did, so I guess I'll go over them. All right, so with the rebuilding process of this truck, obviously we got a new starter, and we had replaced the shots. We replaced the oil cooler, which is this housing right here. This is a filter inside of here, but we replaced the whole entire oil cooler. And we replaced this cooling line right here, so I can see that's a brand new hose coming down through there. And then right in here, this new 45-degree angle with them bright brass parts is that we replaced pretty much everything dealing with the cooling system. All new hoses. And up top up here, y'all know I had that leak right there, so we replaced that. New hose, and there's also a new line that runs through there. Matter of fact, let me see if y'all can see it. See it right there? So yeah, that line runs through the heads. We replaced that. Pretty much the whole coolant line part of the system was replaced. So we just recently did the water pump. So water pump, oil cooler. We did the rods and mains, oil pump. I said oil pump, oil cooler, rods and mains, the bearings, of course, and we got a new gasket around the oil pan. As far as the turbo is fine actually. I thought I was hearing sounds, but once he fixed that turbo, once he fixed the ground wires, that sound went away. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, but yeah, that sound went away. It sounds fine. Matter of fact, I started back up and walked back over here. What else did I do? I had I didn't have the tensioner replaced, but I had the belt replaced because it was the wrong part the Freightliner had gave me, so I had to go and take that back. But we did do the water pump. So the main components: water pump, oil cooler, rods and mains, and the cooling system has all been done. The reason I haven't did the top end, and it's probably gonna be a while before I do the top end, is because I don't have any blow by, and I'm not drinking oil or anything like that. So it shows that the top of the engine is still in good shape. So, and this was a good truck. I don't know if y'all know, but this, let me go to the other side. Yeah, man, this was a good truck. The only reason they sold it to me is not because they was having problems. It's just that particular carrier that I bought it from. I bought this from a carrier. They had bought all brand new Peterbilts. So all the older trucks they was getting rid of, all the trucks that they made money in the oil field with, they were getting rid of. So, Justin had bought 2 Internationals from them, and the only thing they had left was this Mercedes-Benz. By the way, this is the boat. I put this back on. This was $5. So I did replace that. $5 from Freightliner. So that's back on. But and of course we replaced the alternator, the AC compressor, and anything else. Of course, secondary fuel filter, primary fuel filter. We always change our filters as well as the oil. That's daily maintenance though, or not daily maintenance, not every day, but every 10,000 miles I change my oil and do an oil sample. So anything else that's been replaced on this truck, so y'all can get an idea. All this could have been done on day one. If I would have known about it, I would have just alternated AC compressor, give me a new oil cooler, go ahead and do my rods and main. I could have got that done. Probably all that done for like maybe if I did it all at once, maybe $5,000 to $6,000. So not in the oil field though. Oil field, that's different pricing. You up to like $200 out there in the oil field for work, but out here, $85 is the lowest I've seen. What did they do for $85 anyway? Oh, they did my cooling lines. My bad. So yeah, that's been replaced right there. I know y'all couldn't see last time. I think y'all can see it now though. So yeah, and that's my EGR cooler too right there. EGR cooler ain't gave me no issues whatsoever, but man, we got this start issue fixed, y'all, and man, hey, look, man, I don't know what to tell y'all now. It's nothing but collecting to the money. Everything that I knew what was wrong with this truck, it's been fixed. I'm not worried about, turning the truck off now. Turn the truck off with pride now, but I noticed back there, man, it says my engine is rated 450 horsepower. 2,000 RPMs. I think it could be turned up. I'm not gonna turn it up though.